Evan Longoria in his third big league season, off to a spectacular start in the top 10 of the American League in 8 major categories, all while playing Gold Glove defense at third base. Tonight, Longo and the Rays look to get back on track, facing tough left-hander John Danks and the Chicago White Sox. You're looking at the side of our regular season, the first and only to this point regular season outdoor pregame show, where it was 79 degrees leading up to Game 3 of this series against the Chicago White Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays start tonight in first place in the East by 4 full games. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball. Well, it's 79 degrees outside, 72 here inside Tropicana Field, and with Kevin Kennedy, I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you aboard. We'll be hearing from Todd Callis in just a few moments. For the Rays, they're looking for offense. In fact, 3 times in this what is now a 1-4 homestand, the Rays have scored 2 or fewer runs. And Kevin, they're hitting on the homestand just a tick over 100 with men in scoring position. They need offense.
Yeah, it's been too many swings and too many misses with those swings. It's about contact, especially when you get 2 strikes. You don't have to have your best swing. We've talked about that to get the job done. Just make it tougher for the defense, make it tougher for the pitcher by grinding at bats and making adjustments like the Rays normally do, as the pitcher gets deeper into the game or second or third time around the lineup.
Pitching continues to be good. Another great pitching matchup, and the Rays will send the hard-throwing young right-hander Wade Davis to the mound, who pitched so well against the White Sox in Chicago.
Yeah, no secret about the fastball command. When he has that, as Brian Anderson said with Todd Callis in the pregame, he can be very, very tough because then he gets into his secondary pitch. He's got an excellent overhand curveball, got a nice tight slider to go with that. Against the White Sox in his last start on the road against them, 6 solid innings pitched. He got the win in a 12-0 victory. Looking for much more of that tonight. It'd be great. John Danks, hey, this guy's tough. 3rd in ERA in the American League. He's got the cutter on righties, but he's also got the changeup fading away from righties. That makes it very tough. Those 2 pitches right there, one coming in, one fading away. So the adjustment against John Danks for righties this year has been very difficult.
And our Verizon wireless pitching matchup, the lefty John Danks, how he's 4-3 with that 237 earned run average. Hard to figure. Wade Davis in looking for his 5th win of the season. Wade 4 wins and 4 losses. When we come back, who could be better than Evan Longoria? Off to a great start on both sides of the baseball, and Todd Callis will take a closer look at the Rays' third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Pitch tonight between the Rays and the White Sox. Wade Davis, John Danks. That's your pitching matchup. You are looking outside at Gate 4. That's where we did our Rays Live pregame show tonight as we get you ready for a little Rays baseball tonight on Sun Sports. Despite the Rays' offensive struggles lately, 11 runs during this homestand and a team batting average of 185, Evan Longoria continues to be the cog in that wheel. Longoria, all season long, has been the main force for the Rays, whether he's been hitting in that cleanup spot or like tonight up in that number 3 role where he was most of last season. There you see the home run. Last night he just missed the home run to left field and would have tied the game. Longo's also very good at picking his spots to steal. Only been caught once, and that was on a pickoff. And defensively, you're talking about a Gold Glover right here. Rookie of the year, Gold Glover. He can do it all. And Joe Madden in our Geico quote of the game, as you see what Longoria has done this year, hitting .321, just outside the top 10. He is in the top 10 in 8 major categories, including RBIs and doubles, where he's tied for 3rd. Joe Madden, the skipper in our Geico quote of the game, talks about how Longo has been the one guy all season long you can count on.
He's been the one constant, the one guy you can build around. He's done a great job. I think Carl has too. So you got Carl and him back-to-back in this particular lineup. And then, like I said, then it goes to Carlos, etc. Longo just been working really, really good at bats, meaning that he has chased on occasion, but everybody does. But for the most part, he's maintained an organized strike zone as well as anybody. Hitting the ball better to this side of the field, hitting the ball down in the zone better than he has in the past. The areas that have been kind of weak points of his, he's made stronger.
There is Evan Longoria, and we are 3 minutes away from the first pitch. White Sox and Rays. It'll be John Danks against Wade Davis. Rays looking for their 2nd win on this homestand. Enjoy all the action with Dwayne Stats and Kevin Kennedy next on Sun Sports.
Toyota dealer. You can buy a car that compares itself to a Toyota, or you can just buy a Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, moving forward. By the Florida Department of Transportation. Drunk driving over the limit, under arrest. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, rethink possible. It will be a good house tonight. Crowd continuing to file in. Game 3 of this series. The Rays and the White Sox. Joe Madden's club 3-2 against Chicago this year. And they have divided the first 2 games of this series with Ozzie Guillen's Chicago Ball Club. We'll take a look at the White Sox lineup. Ozzie puts them together this way. Juan Pierre and AT Brzezinski, followed by the center fielder Alex Rios. Paul Konerko's the DH tonight. Mark Kotsay will play first and hit 5th. Carlos Quentin, the number 6 hitter in right, followed by Mark Teahan, Alexi Ramirez, and the number 9 hitter, second baseman Gordon Beckham.
Wade Davis on the mound, comes in at 9 starts at 4-4 with a 4.01 earned run average in 49 1/3 innings. 34 strikeouts, trying to cut back on those walks, just about 4.5 to 5 per 9 so far this season. Fastball command we talked about, but he's got the whole arsenal. Good overhand curve, slider, cutter, working on the changeup, and good mechanics and good defense behind him as well with the Rays in the outfield and Carl Crawford in left, DJ up in the center, and Gabe Kapler in right field tonight. Evan Longoria around the infield at third base, Jason Bartlett at short, Reed Grignac back out there at second, and Carlos Pena at first. Yellow Navarro behind the plate for Wade Davis. And this defense is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
So we're all set to play baseball. Juan Pierre in there to lead it off, and you always have to guard against the bunt with this guy. He takes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike call. Pierre hitting .251, the top base stealer in the American League right now. And he does bunt third base side. Longoria has it, and a throw to first in time. So Pierre putting down a bunt attempt to start the game. He's out number 1.
Well, you know, sooner got the words out than the second pitch. He puts one down, and that's even with Evan Longoria playing in. He just bunted it a little bit too hard. Almost looked like he was trying to push it hard to shortstop past Evan. Let's take another look. See. Yeah, I think he did. I think he was trying to push it past Evan and to shortstop, and Evan was able to go wide range into his left to pick it and make the play on the run.
Here's AJ Brzezinski. There's a first pitch strike. Brzezinski back in the lineup, hitting .217. He hit number 2 in the lineup here Thursday. And it's a little bit away. 1-1.
Good sinker right there. 88 miles an hour on that one, the two-seamer.
And a foul back. He had Brzezinski reaching a little bit for that pitch. Brzezinski has hit well, as you can see here at Tropicana Field. .318. It away. 1-2. Reaching again.
It's a good at bat though by AJ. That's you know, trying to stay alive. Again, talking about you don't have to have your best swing. Try to stay alive, get a couple more pitches, try to get a mistake pitch to hit.
Ground ball back to the mound. And the toss to first. A little break to it. Brzezinski is out number 2.
I think AJ's mad because that was a breaking ball up, kind of a hanger. And he couldn't get through it. Take a look. This looks like the curveball. It was. Got it right off the end of the bat and tried to pull it instead of going the other way. That's what he's upset about.
Here's Alex Rios. Pitch is down.
I don't think AJ liked that bat.
Well, he's not going to have to worry about it, is he?
No.
It's in there for a strike. 1-1.
He's not all blonde anymore. He's got the two-tone look going. He's a character.
Yep. 2 balls and a strike. The Rays start with a 4-game lead in the East. The Indians beat the Yankees today. Shot back into straightaway center. Upton will have to go back. He got it. B.J. Upton ran under that one with his back to the infield on the track, about a step and a half from the wall. He hauled it in. A very tough play, very difficult play, and he made it look easy to retire the side. Bottom of the first coming, no score.
This angle right away. Here's BJ right there. He's already crossed over. Watch his angle now, straight back. I mean, there's no fooling around. He reads it immediately off the bat. And that's a good, 15 to 17 strides to pick it up against the wall right there. There's not about 2 or 3 center fielders in baseball that make that play.
Jason Bartlett with a 1-0 count fouls a fastball back, and the count goes to 1-1. Yeah, he can be amazing in center field, as we saw on that catch off the bat of Rios. There are the numbers for Danks. Two balls and a strike.
Yeah, Danks is one of those guys with that 2.37 earned run average, third in the American League. You want to get early, very early. Don't let him get in that good rhythm that he gets in with that change and the cutter. So base runners early, really important tonight.
Opposition hitting only 220 off him. And there's ball 4. So he walks the first man he faces. And let's take a look at Joe Madden's lineup. He has some lefties in there against Danks. Bartlett, Crawford, Longoria, then Pena, Jaso, Upton, Brignac, Navarro, and Kapler. Navi's had some pretty good numbers against Danks, but when you look at his splits, you almost want to hit left-handed against him.
Yeah, especially this year. Part of it is that cutter on righties we talked about, and the changeup fading away from righties.
Carl Crawford, he takes a pitch high. And the splits are more severe this year than in the past. But look at that, 196 for righties, 277 for lefties.
And a lot of that is the cutter in on righties, but it's really the changeup also fading away to righties. A lot of lefties don't like to throw as many changeups to left-handed hitters, figuring, number one, they see it earlier, and number two, it can kind of fade right into their swing. And if you turn on it, it could be a long ball.
1-0 to Crawford. And again, a move over to first base. Bartlett is back in. Well, the Rays saw Danks in Chicago and lost 4-1. The only run they got was a home run by Carl Crawford. And he shortens on the bat, and the pitch is a strike. It's 1-1. Crawford hit a long home run off him. He got a fastball his first time up in that game in Chicago and hit it about 415 feet. Ground ball, backhanded stop. Beckham out at second, throw to first, safe there. Kotsay couldn't come up with the ball cleanly. Crawford reaches On a fielder's choice, Beckham to Ramirez.
He hit it hard, almost a base hit. Nice play, though, by Gordon Beckham to get Jason Bartlett. Take a look right here. That ball's hit pretty hard. 2 hops and a dive. Nice backhanded flip out of the glove to get a force out. One more look.
So Crawford's aboard for Evan Longoria. And Danks had Evan out in front. And each at bat struck him out twice in his first start against the Rays. A game back the 3rd week of April. Misses with a fastball away. 1 ball, no strikes.
So far, all the White Sox starters, they have the slide step by design, really, to try to stop the Rays from running.
And again, a move to first. Carl is back in. Ozzie Guillen. Joey Cora next to him.
Yeah, Joey Cora handling out the signs about throwing over, step off, pitch out. Joey was an excellent base stealer in his own right, so he has a pretty good idea of when runners like to go.
I don't know if we mentioned it last night, but it was a Vanderbilt matchup. The Padres drafted him out of Vanderbilt.
That's right.
And David Price, of course, as we all know, from Vanderbilt.
That's right.
2-0, and I think Cora, because he was at Vanderbilt, played there. I think he was the first Puerto Rican-born player drafted. There's a foul ball, 2-1, and the Padres took him in the first round.
It's a good little player. Good line drive hitter, really good base runner.
So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count to Evan Longoria. Carl drawing a lot of attention from Danks.
You just hope he keeps throwing over there and Carl stays there, try to break his concentration from making a good pitch to Evan. Let me get a mistake here.
Pitch in. Now the count advances to 3 balls and a strike. Rays trying to find their offense, and it's a tough assignment against Danks.
Well, Joe Madden had mentioned he bunched his 2 best hitters back to back, which is a good move. Meaning Crawford and Evan Longoria.
Pitch is on the corner, says Mike Riley. Riley, a 30-plus year veteran in the big leagues.
Good pitch right on the corner. 92, little tailing action with the fastball.
Ground ball, that's past the bag and up the left field line. Crawford's going to go to third. They're going to wave him around. The relay throw's not going to be in time. The ball loose, backed up by Danks. Longoria goes to third, and the Rays lead 1-0 as Evan Longoria doubles up the left field line. Goes to third on the throw through to the plate, and the Rays lead 1-0.
Well, the key there, it looked like Carl was going to hold up at third base. Now watch Evan. Here's the pitch. He gets it right down the line at third base. No chance for teeing. But Juan Pierre has a well below average arm. So Foley said hold it first, and then he waved Carl, then he said hold. But really the key is Juan Pierre has a below average arm, so that's worth the gamble of sending him right there. So Tom got caught a little bit. And I think he got caught because when he looked up, Carl really looked like he was just going to stop at third.
Now the infield comes in with Pena at the plate. Carlos takes one high, so the Rays with an opportunity not only to take the 1 run they've scored already, but they have a man at third here with only 1 out. And it forces the Chicago infield in early. And a ground ball one hop down to first to Kotsay. No chance for Longoria to score on that one. Pena hit the ball too hard to the first baseman, Kotsay.
Well, and that's the exact reason why it was important for Carl to keep coming and run on Juan Pierre and take a chance. See Carl coming around second base, kind of hesitated at first. See, he's kind of cruising there. Now, oh, there he goes. Now he's taking off, and really you want to run as much as you can on Juan. No disrespect, but it is what it is. Juan Pierre has a well below average arm. So the cutoff man went way out to left field to make the throw.
1-0 to Jaso. He fouls it back, a fastball. The count is 1-1. Longoria's 41st run batted in, his 16th double. It's inside to Jaso. 2-1. Jaso, the DH tonight for the Rays. Navarro's doing the catching. And a strike. 2-2.
Like a cutter right there. 87.
And Danks used the combination of that cutter and the changeup very effectively in Chicago. Piece of it to stay alive. Another cutter to Jaso right there. Rays with a run in the first. And at third. 2 outs now. Jaso takes ball 3. He checked in time. And the count is full.
Curveball right there by John Danks. Fastball, curveball, cutter, changeup.
And a foul ball.
I think that was his changeup.
That moved down and in a little bit to Jaso.
He's seen everything he's got in this at bat. 7 pitch at bat so far.
And he walks it. Pitch ran away off the plate. First and third now.
There's the White Sox defensively. You just saw Juan Pierre in left field. Alex Rios is in center, and Carlos Quentin in right. Around the infield, left to right, Mark Tian, Alexei Ramirez, Gordon Beckham, and Mark Kotsay. And behind the plate, A.J. Brzezinski. And this defense is brought to you by Sweet Bay. Live fresh for less.
B.J. Upton. Pitch down and in, and a visit to the mound as Brzezinski heads to the hill. Well, what a catch B.J. made on that drive hit by Rios in center field. B.J. trying to shake out of what has been a slump, and really when you look at the Rays, you know, they have 3 key hitters. Starting with Bartlett, he's hitting 55 points under his lifetime average. Carlos Pena's 66 points under, and BJ's 53 points under. But what defense BJ can give you in center field?
I mean, he took a sure double away right there. I thought off the bat that was at least over his head for a double and maybe even out of the ballpark. That's how hard Rios hit that ball.
That's a foul ball. In fact, all 3 of those guys we just mentioned, Bartlett, Pena, and Upton, so important to this club defensively. And they will hit. They've hit in the past, and citing those numbers, I think, reinforces that. They're going to hit. And time called here as Upton had received time from Riley, and Danks just wasn't aware of it. He was ready to make a pitch.
He's trying to work fast.
And the Rays want to break that as much as they can.
Yeah, he's trying to get in a rhythm here to get out of this inning. It's a big at bat right here for BJ.
Foul ball takes the count to 2-2.
There's another cutter right there. Yeah, you're right about the 3 guys, Dwayne. I mean, Carlos Pena hit a bullet to first base. You just got to keep trying to swing your way out of it. But you also got to make adjustments. You got to use the field. You got to recognize the pitch out of the pitcher's hand. Pitch recognition.
Over to first. Back in is Jaso. You know, the Rays had a little running thing going up in Chicago, trying to, with both Danks and Burley, trying to break that rapid rhythm that they established. It's fouled back. Out of play it goes. Holding the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, what better guy to learn from? John Danks, a very similar pitcher to Mark Burley. You're looking at right there.
Yeah, and Danks, when he's not pitching and Burley's not pitching, Danks is right next to Burley in the dugout all the time. And boy, if you were a young lefty, why wouldn't you be? Ball 3 outside. Danks just 25 years old. He's a good one. The Rays have a chance here to get more than just a run. That's why it's important to get him when you can against him.
You bet. Make sure he goes to the plate here for John Jaso.
3-2, and it's down for ball 4. So that's going to load the bases. 3 walks here in the first, issued by Danks.
That's why I was saying you got to get this guy early, because once he gets into a rhythm, and like you said, works fast, he puts some zeros up there. So the good news is already 30 pitches for John Danks. Rays have worked the count, but you'd like to get a couple more points right here.
Ray Breniak's going to be the hitter. How about that? 31 pitches, 3 full counts, and 3 walks. The Rays have a run on 1 hit. The key hit, the double by Evan. Mike Riley's out there trying to hurry things along with Don Cooper.
31 pitches, 14 only for strikes so far.
And Danks has pitched extremely well here at Tropicana Field. He's 4-0 with a 2.25 earned run average here at the Trop. Get him now.
You bet.
Here's Breniak. He takes a strike at the knees. Fastball.
Could almost read Don Cooper's lips. It was like, just let's go right at him. Quit fooling around.
That's the first pitch strike, by the way. And now the count is 0-2. And that's what Cooper was observing there. He wants a first pitch strike, finally got one.
Yeah, he hadn't really used his fastball. He was throwing his cutters and changeups, and he really hadn't established his fastball yet. So he has now.
Breniak in protect mode, fouls it away.
You know, it's funny. You can see that. I mean, I wasn't exactly reading Don Cooper's lips, but I could tell by his demeanor. He's saying, what are we doing out here? You're throwing the whole arsenal to every hitter. Let's go. Establish your fastball. It's similar to what we talk about with our pitchers over here. Everything else will work off of that. Fastball command.
And a fly ball into left center field, hanging up though. And Pierre makes the catch to retire the side. Rays settle for a run. They leave them loaded. The RBI courtesy of Longoria. 1-0 Rays. 22nd, as you know, season underway. Not too late to join the Rays with Rays season tickets. Ensure you get the best seats, the biggest savings, and all the great benefits, including postseason opportunities. Visit RaysBaseball.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS tonight. Paul Konerko leads off. The first pitch is a fastball for a called strike. Konerko, second in the league in home runs with 14. He's been with the White Sox long enough now to be listed among some of the offensive leaders all time in Chicago White Sox history. Second in home runs and third in runs batted in for the White Sox.
Well, that ballpark, it jumps to left field, and he's perfect for that ballpark in Chicago. Of course, he can jump any ballpark, but in Chicago especially, left field is home run haven there. Good changeup, by the way, a couple of pitches ago by Davis.
And a base hit the other way off a breaking pitch. Might have been a slider. Konerko singles into right. Let's check in with Todd Callis. Todd?
Dwayne, on this Memorial Day weekend, we want to thank all those in the military that have allowed us to enjoy our freedom here in the United States. And with our thoughts here on Memorial Day, we asked the fans in our Auto-Way text poll question of the night, what is your favorite part of Memorial Day weekend? TB1, catching a ball game. TB2, going to the beach. There you see them. TB3, barbecuing, or TB4, family outing. If there was a TB5, all the above, I think it would win by a landslide. But you can text your vote to 789-789. That is brought to you by Auto-Way. Call 1-800-SHOP-AUTO-WAY, guys.
All right, thank you very much. Katse takes the pitch low, and of course we echo the same sentiment to all the men and women, and not only the men and women who serve, but their families are so often overlooked, and God bless them all, and we are eternally grateful for that. 2-0 the count to Katse. He's hitting .216, but a pretty hot bat lately. And he, like Brzezinski, has good numbers here at Tropicana Field through the years, over 300 lifetime. 2-1.
A pretty good pitch to hit. Couldn't quite get through it, but he's always been a good line drive, gap to gap hitter. Shows a little bit of power as well. Works the count pretty well. Valuable guy, outfielder, can play first base.
Konerko, the runner. 2-1 to count on Katse. 3 balls and a strike. Fastball wide. Four-year-old right-hander Wade Davis is coming off a loss his last time out to the Red Sox. And goes back to take the count full. Fastball by Katse.
The fastball in the outside corner is all. Mark tapping his right hip there, saying to himself, stay back. Hold off a little bit.
Three-two pitch about to be made. Runner's on the move, and the pitch is popped up. Foul ball back. It's going to be near the screen. Navarro has a play and makes the catch. Katse fouls out. Navarro about a step and a half away from the screen.
Yeah, Deonner did a nice job just tracking the ball right here because he didn't rush to the ball. He kind of glides to it, finds the fence, because the ball will come back. If you run hard right to it, it could go behind you. So he did a nice job tracking the ball first at its peak and then gliding to it as the ball fades back into your glove.
And I think Katse liked the location of that pitch.
Oh, yeah, he did. He had a couple of cookies.
Carlos Carlos Quentin goes after a fastball, fouls it away. Angels beat Seattle in 10 innings, 5-1. Kendry Morales had a walk-off grand slam home run for the Angels in that. And again, the Indians beat the Yankees in New York 13-11. They had a 7-run 7th inning, the Indians. It's inside, 1-1.
Yeah, speaking of the Indians, we hope David Huff is okay. Got hit by a line drive taken out of the ball game today, and I believe x-rays were negative. Well wishes to him. That's always scary.
Oh, isn't it?
Wow.
I'll tell you.
I saw that game. I saw some of that. It was ugly.
There's a shot well hit into left field. That's going to get out of here. Home run into left center. Carlos Quentin. He hit it through the stands and into the runway out there. That's somewhere out in the concourse in left center field, and it didn't take long for that one to get out of here.
No, that was a bullet. Low line drive, good backspin right here. This pitch is right in your wheelhouse, right down the middle. Trying to go in, and he left it right over the heart of the plate. Look at that back leg right there getting through the ball. Great extension. Dangerous area to go. 1-1 inside with a fastball to a guy that likes to pull the ball, and there's a power hitter.
Martian. The pitch is in. Well, the 5th home run of the year for Quentin. With great power, very strong, as you can see. That really was more of a line drive home run than anything.
Like a golf shot.
Yep.
Great backspin.
And it's 2-1 Chicago. 8th home run allowed by Wade. And a broken bat pop foul. Navarro and Longoria digging hard, but they cannot catch up to it. Just out of the reach of Evan. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, that just splits both guys right there. Long way to go. Especially for Evan, a long way to go.
So Tian has a new bat. The 244 hitter right now. Mark Tian. Base is empty, 1 out, 2 runs home. Inside, 2-2. And a full count. Kotze went 3-2 and fouled out on a pitch that I think he thought he should have driven somewhere. Quentin did drive one out of the playing field for the 2-run home run. Now 3-2 and a line drive base hit into center, a fastball, and Tian is aboard. There have been some pitches here first time through against Davis that you can tell by the reaction of the White Sox hitters. They like the location. Przinsky had one in the first inning, and Kotze one here in the second.
Well, here's another pitch right there, right down the middle. A little bit down, but that's where lefties like it, right down the middle. So not a lot of movement yet on the fastball. I threw 1 2-seamer early in the game. Przinsky was pretty good, but a lot of straight 4-seam fastballs. But again, it's the command. They're just over the heart of the plate.
Alexi Ramirez moved to first. Tian is back in. Ramirez out of Cuba. He likes to swing the bat. This pitch darts down and away. No ball, no strikes.
The other problem is you got to get your secondary pitches over for strikes. Your slider and your curveball. And that's been an issue so far. So all the White Sox are looking for is a fastball. They're going to spit on the other pitches.
And ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Austin has picked up a run in the bottom of the second inning to take a 1-0 lead on Kansas City. Zach Greinke pitching tonight for the Royals. And there's ball 3, too low. So he's way behind Ramirez. 3 balls, no strikes. Ramirez on 4 pitches. Ordinarily not the easiest thing to do with him. Jim Hickey's going to head to the mound, and we'll remind you that tonight's Rays broadcast on Sun Sports is presented in beautiful HD by H.H. Gregg. Fans still coming in. Hall of Notes here tonight. We have another big house on Saturday night. Maneater, by the way, won the text poll last night. So the crowd favorite. We'll see the reaction later tonight when they're out there and when they perform Maneater.
I had a feeling, the title alone.
Yeah. Kind of a violent title, I like Private Eyes. I thought that was a good one. Easier to dance to. Here's Gordon Beckham. Pitch. And a pickoff play thrown away up the right field line. Tian's going to go to third. Down to second base goes Ramirez. So on the pickoff attempt, first pitch to Beckham was a ball. And on the errant attempt at first base, now the White Sox have 2 men in scoring position.
Well, the problem is, watch Gianner. He's doing it from his knees. You got to turn all the way around. Use your quick feet. And when he did it from his knees without accuracy, wide of Carlos.
3rd error of the year charged to Navarro.
There's not too many that could throw from their knees. The only guy that could really do it was Benito Santiago.
Now the 1-0 to Beckham. And a pop foul back this way. And just off the facing of our booth.
I was ready for the basket catch. We haven't had one up here yet.
Yeah, something happened to our net, and it was just above us here, off the facing. But if it had cleared that, I have complete confidence that you you were going to handle it.
I was ready. It wasn't shying away from it.
1-2 the count to Beckham. And a fly ball, not overly deep into left center. Upton is there. He's got it, and no attempt to advance as he throws it all the way to the backstop almost. Davis was backing up Navarro, and boy, that peg from shallow left center really carried for Upton. But no attempt to advance and no damage done.
Yeah, BJ's got a super arm, but he airmailed that one. I mean, he wanted to make sure he got it to Navarro on a fly, and he did. And you can see way over Gianner's head, off the tip of his glove. That's why it went to the backs. And then here comes Carlos Pena covering the plate. Good reaction by Carlos.
Now here's Pierre. And the pitch. That's a strike. Tian at third and Ramirez at second. 2 runs have scored on the home run. Key spot early in this game. Upstairs, 1-1.
I wanted to mention the reason it's tough to throw from your knees to first base is because you're not closed up. You can throw from your knees to third base because you're already squared toward your target, but when you're throwing to first base, you're wide open, so you get underneath the ball. Plus, it's not quicker. By moving your feet, you're much quicker.
There's a foul ball back. Out of play it goes. 1-2. Well, you don't know what you're going to be able to get off Danks the rest of the night. And the Rays have had problems scoring runs. So this hitter for Davis, very important.
You bet. This is a big save right here if you can get Juan Pierre out. Keep it at a 1-run game.
1-2 pitch. Away. 2-2. A long inning for Davis. He's over 30 pitches in this inning. 2-2. Fouled out of play. A fastball.
A lot of fastballs in the same location, down and away. Now they are playing him away, and they're playing him shallow to left, Juan Pierre, but eventually you're going to have to change eye level. Can't keep going to the same location 6-7 times in a row in the big leagues. Same pitch.
2-2. And it's fouled. Another fastball. Count still 2-2.
That's 6 fastballs in a row, all the same velocity and all the same location.
32 pitches. Two the count. Here we go. A little tapper, right side. Pena with a toss to Davis to retire the side, and that's a big save to limit the damage to 2. It's 2-1 Chicago. $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida. Leonardo Navarro to lead it off in the home half of the second. Pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Notice that shot of the stands. almost everybody has some kind of Rays gear.
Absolutely. No, it's good stuff, too. Hey, I'm enjoying these T-shirts. I got quite a collection now.
Yeah, and I tell you, the promotional item T-shirts.
I love them. They're great. And a cowbell last year.
A new and improved version of the cowbell, by the way. 2-1 to DeHonor. Navarro comes in 7 out of 16. Hitting .438 against Danks, but he rolls it to Ramirez and the throw to first, and plenty of time to retire Navarro. That will bring up Gabe Kapler, but not before we invite you to read the St. Petersburg Times, the official newspaper of the Rays, and you could win a suite for you, your friends, and your family to watch the Rays take on the New York Yankees August 1st. Entry forms available in the Sunday St. Petersburg Times through July 4th, so be on the lookout for that tomorrow. That could be a big night for you and your family and friends. Want to know the count to Gabe Kapler. Pitch is high, 2-0. Pitch lifted into center straight away. Rios is there. 2 up, 2 down. Base is empty. We'll go to the top of the order. Don't forget, you can get in on the 2010 Rays action, as they are right there. Exclusive on-field seating in the Checkers Bullpen Cafe. Available dates going fast, so act right now to make your private group reservations behind the Rays bullpen. Call 727-825-3406. Check it out online at RaysBaseball.com. Bartlett walked his first time. You know, he's just 1 for 14 on this homestand, but he's walked 6 times. 2-1. So he's getting on base, and that's the name of the game.
He's seen a lot of pitches. It's just when he's hit the ball on the ground, it's been either the third or short in his homestand. In the air, it's been underneath it to right field.
Ahead in the count, 3-1. Rays with a run in the first, Chicago 2 in the second. Ground ball to third. Teeing up with it, the throw to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. We go to the third. 2-1 Chicago. up to 6 months, same as cash. And by Dodge Ram Trucks, award-winning Ram trucks, plus a new heavy duty, make it one of the most powerful lineups in Ram history. Game 3 of the 4-game series tonight inside Tropicana Field. They are ready for great fun at the ballpark tonight. 80s night. Here's Brzezinski hitting a liner right to Brignac. 1 pitch, 1 out. There you get a little Rays, White Sox baseball and a little back to the future, back to the 80s. Hall and Oates tonight after the game. With Alex Rios. There's a strike.
I was waiting to see what AJ was going to do with that bat. He didn't like the last one. That one's no longer available.
A ball and a strike. Rios having a very good year for the White Sox. 1-2. Rios has really done it all for them. He's hit for average. He's hit power. He's stealing bases. He's making plays in the outfield.
Well, he's a true 5-tool player. That's how he was projected when he came up with the Blue Jays. He is.
2-2. Yeah, he's 7th in the league in slugging percentage. Going to be out of play.
Pretty good slider right there that Rios was able to get a piece of.
And a foul. Third base side this time with a slider. And the White Sox have split the first 2 games in this series. Strike 3 called at the knees. Got a fastball in there by him. 2 gone.
Well, big difference in that fastball than some of the others because of the location, right at the knees. Take a look. That's just a good pitch right there, right at the knees, right on the corner. 93. It did cross the knees. You can see the side shot. That's a difference between a home run pitch and a strikeout. Good location there.
Pitch is down to Konerko. And it's still pretty much true that if you're a right-handed hitter facing a right-handed pitcher, you're going to like the ball up a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're a left-handed hitter, you're going to probably like the ball down.
Well, the one to Quentin, I mean, nobody's saying you can't throw fastballs. It's just you got to command it. There's a good pitch. See, now he's getting the ball down. It's a big difference. Because you got to use your legs to go get through that pitch. The fastball up over the heart of the plate, like the one Castro hit last night, I mean, it's already at your hands. It's already into your swing. When the ball's down, you got to really load correctly, go down and get it to get through it with backspin. Most of the time, you're either going to miss it or you're going to hit a ground ball.
One and 2. Konerko fouling a breaking pitch back. Sometimes just the change of speed on that breaking ball helps you.
Big time.
Even if it's up a little bit.
No doubt. Absolutely.
Popped up. Right side foul. Pena has room. Makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We're headed into the Rays half of the inning. It's 2-1 Chicago. An all-star game in Anaheim. Helps hit your favorite Rays player or players for this year's all-star game by voting up to 25 times at RaysBaseball.com. So vote early and often. Vote today at RaysBaseball.com. Carl Crawford leading off. Pitch is high. Carl reached on a fielder's choice and scored from first in the first. Scored on a double by Evan. 1-1 now. Out of the way. 1-2. Crawford in his last 4 at-bats against Danks as a homer, a single, reached on the fielder's choice and scored a run in the second, so he scored a couple of runs covering his last 4 plate appearances against Danks. Down to third base and a big hop off the turf for Tian. Crawford's out of there. We haven't heard from Todd in a while. Let's check in. Todd?
Yeah, you guys were talking about promotional items, right? Well,
yeah.
Tomorrow, guys, it was voted the best promotional item in all of baseball for the 2010 season by the Biz of Baseball. It is this Carlos Pena toothbrush holder for all kids 14 and under. The first 10,000 kids 14 and under receive this Carlos Pena toothbrush holder as part of Family Fun Day presented by the St. Petersburg Times. Visit RaysBaseball.com to get your tickets today. And guys, of all teams in the major leagues, this is it. This is the best, as voted on by the Biz of Baseball. So it's presented by Chevrolet, by the way. Tomorrow, kids get this toothbrush holder. Back to you guys.
All right, and I can see why it has. It would rate high in aesthetics. You know, it's a very good likeness and a great practical item as well for the youngsters.
Right, big kids like it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have one yet, but I will tomorrow.
All right.
I'm going to have one of those.
Look out. Foul ball past Carlos is in the on-deck circle. 0-2 to Evan Longoria. Let's see, you've got T-shirts and you're going to add the Carlos Pena toothbrush holder.
Yeah, I need a toothbrush holder.
Hey, that right there would have been a good look for Brian Anderson.
That is Brian. Isn't that Brian?
Pregame.
Yeah.
That is Brian. I mean, the headband looked good, although I wish it had been blue as opposed to red.
Yeah.
That was a little offensive to our fashion.
He did a nice job, though, on the demo.
Yeah.
I like the demo. Very nice job.
Down 2-2. Is he going to stay for the post game tonight?
He might be grilling. I think he's barbecuing.
Yeah. Evan shoots it toward the gap in left center field. That's going to be in there. Extra bases again for Longoria. He's turning second and puts on the brakes there with a double. 2 for 2 on the night. He has both Rays hits, both for 2 bases.
Evan just gets that carry when he hits it with backspin like this. Ball, fastball, a little bit of tailing action. He got a little bit off the end, but watch the carry on this ball. Is he able to reach it? His full extension and just put a good swing on it. Just a good contact swing. That ball just jumped off his bat. All the way to the wall for Rios. Did the right thing.
Start Checker's double of the game, his 17th of the year. He's now tied with Vernon Wells for the lead and 2 base hits.
When you're thinking contact and you have 2 strikes, you can get hits like that. That's all that was. I was just making sure he put it in play.
There's Carlos Pena. Strike 1. Boy, what Carlos needs is an RBI right here. That would do him a lot of good. It's just a matter of time until he starts to produce runs the way he always has. But it's not easy going through a stretch as he has.
It's a mental grind when you're going through this. Hitting a $181 coming in.
Blown away, and it's 1-1. I mean, you know it's coming. He knows it's coming.
Yeah,
but
well,
until it does, it's sometimes hard to convince yourself.
Years ago, Derek Jeter had a year like this where he was hitting a $190 at the end of May, and he ended up hitting 297. Now, I'm not saying Carl's going to hit 297. He's at, what, 282 was his best year?
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But see, he's just way out in front, and the balls are on the outside corner. And until you really just think left field at third base, I mean, you got to let the ball get deep, deep, deep on you. It's okay to get jammed once in a while. Great hitters will tell you that. It's okay to get jammed.
You know, he was asking Mike Riley if that ball was outside. That cutter away from him. The pitch is high, 2-2, and that's all well and good. But like most hitters, and like Carlos, when he is very good, he knows that pitch is outside. And you can see all of them have been wide.
Not one of them's a strike because they don't have to until you start taking that pitch. They'll come back to you when you do, but until you do, they'll stay out there.
Ground ball right side. Kotsay will make the play unassisted as Longoria moves into third. Now, if you're asking, is that ball outside, then he's not exactly where he wants to be, because we've seen him when he has been just on a terror at the plate, and it's been so good, and he knows what that zone should be for him.
Yeah, he's seen it before. He's been through it before, but see, that pitch was away, and he pulled it to first base. I mean, you're rolling over a ball that's off the outside corner, and you're hitting it to first base. That's how far out front you are. So you just got to let the ball travel deeper, maybe even get on the plate more and say, you know what, I'm going to hit every ball to left field.
1-0 the count to Jaso. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rays left the bases loaded after they scored a run in the first. Now they have Longoria at third base. 2 outs in the third. There's a line drive and a base hit. That will score Longoria. And this game is tied 2-2. John Jaso with a base hit into right center field, driving in his 19th run.
See, one thing Jaso has, take a look at a center field shot here on this swing. He's close to the plate. See that back foot? It's right on the line. So when the ball's away to him, see, it's more like down the middle to him, because his back foot is on the line. See, that if he's off the plate, he's going to roll that ball to second base. But that's why he's been able to hit in the big league so far here. He's not afraid to get jammed inside.
B.J. Upton moved to first, and Jaso's back in. So the Rays have come up with a couple hits and a run to tie the game in the third.
I'll tell you, Dwayne, when I was catching, those guys that had that back foot on the plate, they were tough, because you felt, okay, I can get in and jam you, but what if my pitcher, if the ball leaks out over the plate, guess what? It's in my power zone. Then if I go in the outside corner, it's like it's right down the middle. So those guys that are on the plate, they're the toughest guys to call a game against. Guys that are away from the plate, you feel like you can go way off the outside corner. You feel like you can go up and in. You feel like you got twice the width of a 17-inch plate. You really do.
Yeah, that just makes so much sense.
Perception's part of it too, and the pitcher says the same thing.
0-2 count here to BJ.
There's a big 2-out knock right there by Jason. Get that RBI.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I just said run batted in him, didn't I?
And Upton is out on strikes on the fastball. First strikeout tonight for Danks. This game tied 2-2. Wade Davis back to the hill. This game even again. It's 2-2. Arcotse takes that pitch for a strike. You can see him shorten on the bat. Took the breaking ball. 0-1 the count.
Well, if he can get that pitch going, that's going to really be big for Wade. Good overhand curveball right there.
1-1. Kotze toward left center, but Carl is there reaching up. One away. So the first man retired in the fourth inning. Carlos Quentin will bat, but not before we look for our AT&T trivia question. Who has the most career stolen bases among active players in the big leagues? That's our AT&T trivia question. Quentin homered at a fastball for a 2-run home run in the second inning and attacks this pitch, fouling it away. It'll take it long to get out in the second inning.
No, he got a fastball. They tried to go in on him, and it was right down the middle, and he had a line drive into the left center field seats.
1-1 to count. Yeah, he's got a lot of the Jose Canseco mannerisms.
Every time I see him, he reminds me of Jose. Absolutely. He swings hard like Jose did too. I mean, every swing, he looks like he's trying to go deep. A couple of years ago, he was a strong MVP candidate before he broke his. It was his hamate bone he broke when he hit the bat.
Yep. 2-1, and a ground ball headed toward the middle, and it's past Bartlett into center field for a base hit. And Bartlett slow getting up out there. Let's hope he's okay. His momentum carried him out there. And we're going to take a look at Bartlett. Boy, that would not be good. Here's another look.
Yeah, Jason, let's see what happened where he looked like he's grabbing his right hamstring. I thought it was maybe an ankle, but let's take a look. I think he grabbed his right hamstring right when he stretched right there. Right there. Yep, right there he's grabbing a hammy. He might have to come out with something like that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I don't think it was the ankle. He grabbed that hammy. I think that's what it is.
Give it a little time to settle down there, and then see if it's just not a little cramp in there. But you don't want to mess with that.
No, he's going to have to come out. That's the right move.
You know, and even if it's not a severe injury, you know, if you mess with that, it could turn into one.
Yeah, that could take a long time when you really rip that hamstring. So he just stretched out at that last stride, and that's when he pulled it or strained it.
Sean Rodriguez out of the dugout. We'll have some switching around on the infield. Here's another look.
Good effort. I mean, it looks like a clean base hit right away, but Jason never gave up, and he didn't miss it by much. But that last stride, you can see him grabbing the back of his right hamstring. Yeah, he got it good. Hopefully, it's not as bad as it looks. Right there, last stride. You know, usually on a pull like that, it's the first stride. It's the crossover step. I think it was that last lunging effort there with that last stride he had. The right leg that pulled it.
So Brignac's going to move to shortstop, and Sean Rodriguez will enter the game at second base. Carlos Quentin, the runner, one out, and the hitter is Mark Tian. So let's hope that Jason is all right, and getting him out of there is precautionary more than anything. Hop up, foul ball. Navarro is there and makes the catch. 2 outs.
Well, that's where the value of Reed Brainiac can move from second and now go to shortstop. You've got depth with a guy like Reed because he is a shortstop and he's played an excellent second base also. But yeah, you hate to lose Jason for any length of time. Still, you know, even though he's not hitting like he can, he will, and you need him. He's an excellent shortstop too.
With a strike to Ramirez. So Rodriguez goes into the number 1 spot in the Rays order. Now playing second base. A ball and a strike to count to Ramirez.
You know, that game that Wade threw against the Yankees, he had a pretty good 2-seamer that night. He had good sinking action on his fastball. That was a sinker there. And against these power hitting clubs like the White Sox, they're 4th in the American League in home run. You need that ball, that sinker, that ground ball pitch.
Ball, 2 strikes. Rays open the scoring with a run in the first. Chicago got 2 in the second, and the Rays another run in the third. We're playing in the fourth now, tied 2-2. Over to first, and Quentin was leaning a little bit.
He was going. He was going. If you're in a pitch out count right here, if you want to do it, but he was definitely going on that throw over. I've seen the Rays pitch out too much.
Ball, 2 strikes. And a move over there.
He was going again. That's why the Rays elected to throw over there twice. Now Ozzy's saying just stay there.
Yeah, that's the real intricate sign.
Yeah, see the flinch? I mean, he's definitely going. So both throwovers, he was going. And now Ozzy makes the obvious sign. Let's not fool around. Let's see if that was just a bluff, though. No, it wasn't.
1-2, down and away.
Ozzy doesn't bluff too much, does he?
Yeah, Ozzy meant that. He meant it that time.
Of course, now you're in a really good running count because you're not going to see any pitch out 2-2.
First, the runner back in there.
That's a one-way lead right there. He wasn't going anywhere that time.
Play. So with a 2-2 count, the runner was going. You know, you're talking about the number of Rays pitch outs, and it's interesting. If you look at Joe Madden, a couple of years ago, he led the league in pitch outs.
Did he really?
In 07.
Interesting.
But you know, the better the club, the fewer the pitch outs.
Well, that's true. Better the pitching too, fewer the base runners.
Yep.
Quentin moved. I mean, that's the right time to go, too, because you're not going to pitch out 2-2.
And a base hit the other way. Quentin's on his way to third. Ramirez has a base hit. He's on for the second time. 5 hits now off Wade Davis. Yeah, that was in 07, the year he led the league in calling for pitch outs. Well, the club won the pennant in 08, and they went down.
Now look at that swing right there. You talk about you don't have to have your best swing to get the job done. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good piece of hitting. Just put it in play. Make something happen. That's a good slider too. So that's just on the hitter. That's just a good job of hitting by Ramirez.
Beckham. And at first and third, 2 outs in a tie game. And there's a first pitch strike. Fastball around the knees. Crawford's going to have room, though, as he got under it a bit too much for the White Sox. And Beckham is out on a fly ball to left, just to the track. Still tied 2-2. Eric Shelton and B.J. Upton talking about his approach right there. Let's get the answer to our AT&T trivia question. Who has the most stolen bases among active players? He's here tonight. There's Juan Pierre out there in left field for the White Sox. 478 career steals. Brignac up here takes the pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. How about Pierre and Omar Vizquel? Carl Crawford. Hey, there's a shot with some slice deep into center field. That ball's going to bounce to the wall. Brignac heads for 2. Rounding second and on his way to third. He is safe at third base. Ray Brignac with a triple to start the bottom of the 4th. That ball slicing away from Rios toward the deepest part of the ballpark.
Yeah, that was the key. The slice, being a left-handed hitter, that's how the ball will go off the bat like that on a fastball, away from Rios. A right-handed hitter would have come back the other way toward Rios, but being a lefty, Reed knows it's in there immediately, and he's thinking 3 right out of the box. He's his own coach, of course. The ball's in front of him. You don't have to pick up Tom Foley, and he gets in there easily.
So Brignac leads it off with a triple here in the 4th, and that will draw the Chicago infield in. Leonard Navarro takes a strike.
Got a cutter right there in the inside corner.
And a ground ball right side, glove by Beckham. Now a throw to third, and Brignac is back in there. Boy, he went back in standing up. That was was a close call down there. Chad Fairchild called him safe, and Ozzie wants to argue about it. The Rays are going to come out of this with men at first and third.
Yeah, you're not going on contact on that play, Dwayne, and Reed got down the line too far, and he knows it. He knows that's a base running mistake. That's not on Tom Foley. That's on Reed. He just read it. He thought it might be true. And I think he was thinking about going if Beckham takes the out at first. So Beckham tracks him all the way and then fires it over there. He's in there. And again, if Tien leaves his glove on there the whole time.
Yeah, that's the same thing happened the other night here.
Tien makes a sweep tag and then he takes the glove off to show the umpire, and that's when Reed switched feet. Take a look. I mean, he gets in there. The left foot got in. And the right foot, goodness gracious, it's close. But you just got, if you're Tien, you just got to hold it on the runner the whole time.
I don't know.
Momentum comes off the back.
The count to Kapler and a move to first. Navarro's back in. First and third, and Kapler had shortened on the bat the first time. The Rays do use that first and third safety squeeze play quite often. And there it is, first base side, and the toss to the plate, not in time. Kutse with the glove toss, no chance to get Brignac, and the Rays take a 3-2 lead. Rays pull that play off once again. Navarro goes to second, and Kapler safely aboard at first, driving in the go-ahead run.
It's amazing how well that play works, even when you know it's coming for the defense. Look at Kotze. I mean, he got the ball 45 feet from home plate, but Brignac's in there easy. I mean, easily. There's AJ's in front of the plate. See, AJ should be staying back on the plate to block it. When you come in front of the plate, you give the base runner, Reed Brignac, the back half of the plate to slide to, and he got his left hand in there.
So Brignac, who opened with a triple, scores the go-ahead run. And out of all this, a couple fielders' choices, and the Rays still have the chance to add more. There's a bunt by Rodriguez, and everybody's going to be safe. Rodriguez bunts his way on, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. So Sean Rodriguez hitting in the leadoff spot, vacated by the injury to Bartlett, bunts his way on. Well, you talk about putting together an attack.
Yeah, that's a beauty right there. And too much time by John Danks. Really, he almost took a peek at third, but Tien's right there. See, Tien's crashing. Danks picks it. Let's see where Danks looks at third just for a split second, and that cost him.
Now here's Crawford. Carl hits it back to the mound. Danks a throw to the plate, down to first, safe. So they get the force at the plate on Navarro. And that's the first out of the inning. The bases are still loaded. And it's going to get Evan Longoria to the plate.
Well, here's the only guy that can beat this play, Carl Crawford. He's the only guy on the field, maybe other than Juan Pierre, on the other side. That's a routine pitcher to capture the first double play for anybody else.
Evan 2 for 2, a couple doubles tonight. Tony Pena is up in the bullpen. And Evan fouls an opening fastball back, strike one.
Well, you really got to capitalize here now.
The Rays have taken a 3-2 lead, a chance to get more. They had the bases loaded in the first inning and settled for one. Swing and a miss. Fastball 0-2.
Yeah, you got that one above Evans' hands. 92 fastball. Good pitcher's pitch right there.
Longoria fouls one back. Still 2 strikes.
Well, that was too good of a pitch. I'm sure A.J. Brzezinski gave a little look right there. So either they're going to try to go that changeup, I think, or maybe try to cut it on Evans' hands. that cutter.
And a line drive to third, caught by Tian. 2 gone.
Boy, it was the cutter, and he was all over it. Man, that's a shame.
So it's still a 1-run ball game. The bases remain loaded.
He tried to go in on it, and boy, he was quick to it. Nice short swing, but right at Tian this time. Well, maybe this is the time Carlos breaks out.
Carlos twice tonight has gone out to the first baseman. 0 for 2. This would be a good time for the breakout. And that pitch moving away from him, a cutter, strike 1. He worked him consistently away in the third and starts him that way in the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, this ball's a good foot off the outside corner. He's just not tracking it. Carlos is just not tracking the ball deep into the zone. That fine focus that you were talking about that he did a couple of years ago.
Swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-2.
See, he got caught in between. He tried to wait that time, and you saw how late he was on the fastball. His thought process was right. He was trying to wait and let it get deep. But then by the time he recognized it was a 93 fastball, his swing was late. So he's caught in between right now.
And it's shot towards up center. That baby's going to be in there. Off the bottom of the wall. Kepler scores. Rodriguez will score. Here comes Crawford in to score. A double for Carlos Pena. He does break out. Clears the bases, and it's 6-2 Tampa Bay. Pena hit an 0-2 pitch for 2 bases, driving in 3.
Couldn't be happier for a great guy. Really needed it. Really needed it. I mean, he tried to let the ball go deep the pitch before, and this time he let the ball go deep. And look how far back it gets, and that's a beautiful swing. That's a big-time adjustment for Carlos right there. That's where he's going to get some runs and some base hits and some RBIs right there, left center. We've been talking about that all week.
John Jaso. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Big double for Pena. Man. He has 31 runs batted in now. And 3 big ones right there. So did he check? No, he went around, and it's a 1-1 count.
You know, Dwayne, when you're going through that as a hitter, and listen, I've been through it. I know what going 2 for 40 is. You feel like you know what they're doing to you, and you want to do it. Your mind says, you know, wait, go the other way, but you just don't. You can't. You see the ball, and you want to hit it so bad. But you could see those last 2 pitches. He knew after that first swing he was going to let the ball get deep on him, and it was so deep that he was late. But he got another fastball away, and then he hit it to left center.
That's a strike to Jaso, and the count squares.
What that does for your confidence.
Oh, boy, I'm telling you. I mean, he's such an intense guy, and he doesn't show it a lot, but you know he's hard on himself. Strike 3 call to Jaso. Breaking ball got him, but a big inning for the Rays. The safety squeeze got 1 run home, and the double by Pena got 3 more home. double, 3-run double for Carlos Pena, and the Rays have a 4-run lead as we start the 5th. Juan Pierre, the top of the order up here against Wade Davis with a 1-ball, no strike count.
Now this becomes Wade's most important inning of the night right here.
He comes back with a strike. It's 1-1. He's got Pierre, Brzezinski, and Rios to deal with in the 5th.
Yeah, you got a 4-run lead up at John Danks. You got to put a 0 up right now and keep the momentum on your side.
There's a ground ball to short for Brignac. 1 away. It's time for the Keep Your Edge Spotlight, brought to you by Just for Men Mustache and Beard. Doesn't get much better than this. The 0-2 fastball away, and the double into left center field, clearing the bases. Keep your edge with Just for Men Mustache and Beard.
Well, if you keep proving you can do that, go the other way, they'll come back to you. They'll come back and give you some pitches in, but until you prove that, they won't. And Carlos was able to come through. That pitch was right on the black of home plate, too. Right on the corner.
A strike to Brzezinski. And a bouncer by the mound to second. Rodriguez makes the throw. And I'll tell you, given the way Carlos has been swinging the bat and what he's gone through, I'd rather see him hit a ball to left center field the way he did there than to pull a long home run to right field.
Absolutely.
I just think that's the best thing for him.
Because he's going to do that. I mean, it's not about bat speed. He's actually getting out too quick. He's got plenty of bat speed. He will hit a mistake out of the ballpark, but they've just stayed so far off the outside corner. These are not strikes, most of them.
0-1 to Rios. Fastball in off the plate.
You know, even that at bat in the first inning when Longoria was at third with 1 out, he hit a bullet to first base, and he hit it hard, but that really is the time to go to left center. Hit it hard on the ground.
Yeah, because if he starts to get hits into left center field, you're going to see him hit a ball to right field on a mistake and turn on a ball to hit that. But
that's right.
If he's hitting the ball to left center, that's a great sign. 2-2 now. Rios fouls it out of play.
Yeah, just got to get that ball down. This guy's got power to right field too on a ball up and away like that. Gets it down, it's a ground ball.
Full count. Breaking pitch low. (6-2) ball game. The Rays have out hit Chicago 6-5. And a high fly ball toward right center. Kapler's making the call. He's got it, and it's a 1-2-3 5. Davis does exactly what he needs to do. by Kapler. And then the big blow, the home run, or the double by Pena with the bases loaded as B.J. Upton fouls the first pitch away here in the bottom of the fifth. That's a strike. Upton, Brignac, and Navarro. 1-1 the count. B.J. has walked and has struck out. And made a great catch back in the first. 2 balls and a strike. Two.
Good cutter right there, right on the hands of BJ.
Yeah, that combination, that cutter and the changeup, it's a tough combo most nights when you face Danks.
Yeah, Evan was able to get a cutter and hit a bullet to Tian. I mean, a nice short swing. You really got to get your hands inside it to hit that cutter.
You know, it's interesting when it goes hand in hand with the number of left-handed hitters in the lineup for the Rays, because Pena, who unloaded that double, Carlos came in 5 of 18 with 2 home runs off Danks.
Yeah, I know that. That's right.
Fly ball lifted up the right side. Foul ball, and Clinton cannot quite get there. Great effort, though.
Sure was.
Sliding beyond the bullpen mound.
You're Ozzie Guillen, you appreciate that. You appreciate the effort. You're John Danks, you appreciate the effort. Guy busting his tail to try to make a play for you.
BJ swings and hits one high and deep and gone. Upton hits his 6th home run of the year. On a 3-2 pitch, I think he hit a changeup. And the Rays have a 7-2 lead. So Upton with a great catch tonight and a home run.
Take a look at this 3-2 pitch. Brzezinski setting up inside. He sets up inside. I think he tried to run it back over the inside corner. Now, it said 82 miles an hour. I'll tell you it was a changeup. But normally on a changeup, you're setting up a way to have it fade off the outside corner. Might just have been a little too scenery, try to sneak in there.
Reed Brignac pitches down, a ball and no strikes. And that one is foul up the left side. 1-1. Brignac keyed the 4-run fourth with a triple to center field.
Yeah, that was a changeup, 82 changeup, Wayne, and you're right. I mean, 3-2, but your catcher's setting up inside. It didn't make sense.
A little strange, isn't it? Fastball up, wave and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, because you want to neutralize the power of a B.J. Upton. You don't want to come inside with the changeup where it might tail out over the plate for that result you just saw. You want to go off the outside corner where he pulls off and there's a swing and a miss.
Chopper up the middle and a base hit for Brignac. Reed picks up his 2nd hit. He's 2 out of 3. Danks is over 100 pitches. And Ozzie Guillen comes out of the dugout. The Rays have gotten to him for 7 runs tonight. The 7th, the home run by B.J. Upton. There will be a call to the bullpen brought to you by Metro PCS. Wireless for all. in between. We bring you the in-depth news, stories, and scores 24 hours a day only at TampaBay.com. A little over 100 pitches for Danks, 7 runs, 4+ innings. Tony Peña's the new pitcher. Deanna Navarro stepping in. 5 of the 8 hits the Rays gathered off Danks were for extra bases. 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run off Danks tonight.
Well, I think the story of the splits told true tonight. The lefties really did a job. Of course, BJ just hit the home run. That was a knockout blow. But Peña, Brignac, Jaso, of course, Evan also. But the 3 key lefties in the lineup really hurt John Danks tonight. He never did have a good feel for his changeup, which can be devastating. But I like the lineup tonight. Lineup designed by Joe Madden. Putting some lefties in to neutralize that changeup and the cutter.
Navi is down in the count, 0-2. Part of that looking at the splits. They had been more exaggerated this year than in the past for Danks. Lefties were hitting 277 off him. Right-handers under 200. And a base hit off an 0-2 pitch. Served into center. Brignac's headed to third. Throw cut off. First and third now with nobody out. Navi has his first hit.
This is what the Rays really need. It punch some hits, get some confidence going. This is a pretty good running fastball, and DeHonor stays on it. It's a nice piece of hitting right there. Just a nice short base hit swing. Not a bad pitch by Peña. And Brignac never hesitated. He's going to third base all the way. Nice job by Reed.
Kapler shows the bunt again. First and third with nobody out.
Well, you ask why is he doing this? Because it's a 5-run lead, but we're only in the 5th inning, and the White Sox are.
Hey, you're in the American League.
Yeah, you're in the American League. You need as many runs. White Sox are like a 3-point shooting basketball team in the NBA. Yeah. They can get back in a hurry with a couple long balls.
That's exactly right. For the first, Navi's back in. Well, here's life in the American League, especially for the Rays in the AL East. 4 of the 5 teams in the East are averaging over 5 runs a game.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's just what you have to do to survive in the American League. And Joe's got to score runs.
Yeah, and Joe's playing percentage baseball with Gabe Kapler, who has not hit righties very well. Actually hasn't even seen very many righties. And he wants to capitalize and get at least one more run right here.
And the White Sox, just to see if the Rays are going to try to safety squeeze the run home again. Look at this. Most runs scored coming into play today. Red Sox, Blue Jays, Yankees, then the Reds. They're going crazy in the National League. And then the Rays. Runner takes off. The pitch is down, and Navi is out at second base.
That's a missed sign right there. Navi thought there was a hit and run on. I'm sure.
The Rays run into their first out right there. Wow.
Yeah, Navi's looking in. I mean, he had his hands up. He's looking back for hit and run, see? He's looking back the whole time. He thought a hit and run was on. Nobody out. Obviously, he's not going to be stealing on his own in that situation.
Now the infield is in with a man at third. The pitch is away. 3-0.
See, I let Gabe Kapler swing here because it might be the best fastball you get. You know, he doesn't see many righties. Let him try to drive the run in. The sac fly.
And it's a strike.
See, that's a good pitch to hit right there. That's a fly ball pitch.
Rays with 7 runs off Danks is responsible for a man at third now. And ball 4, and again the Rays will have men at first and third. First and third, 1 out, and ladies and gentlemen, once again, here is Todd Callis.
Dwayne, we have an update from the clubhouse. Jason Bartlett, who left that game, it is a right hamstring strain. He is day-to-day, and he'll be reevaluated again tomorrow. Right hamstring strain on Jason Bartlett, guys.
Yeah, that's something you want to be very careful with, and the Rays removed him for that reason. So that's potentially good news. They're going to have to keep an eye on that. Here's Sean Rodriguez. Well, again, it's never good news that it's a strain, but it's good news that it's only a strain and not a pull.
Yeah. Yeah, he tweaked it, there's no doubt, and that's the right thing to get him out. Now, that move by Pena, by the way, you got to step toward third. I mean, he barely picked his foot up. I mean, that could have been called a balk right there. You're going to do the third to first move.
Pitch is high to Sean Rodriguez. Sean bunted his way on as part of the 4-run fourth. He's in the game because of the injury to Jason Bartlett. To first, Kapler's back in. 7-9-1 for the Rays. Randy Williams, the lefty, loosening in the bullpen. And there's the bunt, first base side. Brenyak will score, and the throw to first is going to go into right field. Kapler will go to third. Foley's trying to put the stop sign up for him, and he finally puts on the brakes. And Rodriguez winds up at second base, and the Rays pick up their 8th run. It's 8-2 now. Sacrifice bunt, the run batted in for Rodriguez.
Yeah, beautiful bunt by Sean Rodriguez. Now, Pena gets to it quickly. Now, he had a shot if he could field it, but because of the break off at third base and the panic right there that sets in, you got everybody moving. He can't execute. Watch Foley here. This is a great job by Tom. See how deep the third base coach has to get to put the stop sign in? And see how far down he is? That's great coaching right there at third base. That's not an easy job for a third base coach, especially on a ball to right field. So he has to get way down, and he will release the runner by moving toward third base. That would let Kapler know it's okay to go. But as you keep moving down deep, that's so he can read the play and pick up Gabe Kapler at the same time.
Well, the Rays have built an 8-2 lead. They have runners at second and third. A sacrifice and an error. And the Rays have a chance for more. They pull off that first and third bunt play situation again. Ozzie Guillen out to make a pitching change with a left-handed bat of Carl Crawford due, and we'll be back in a moment. AP All-Star Experience. Compliments of Scott's. All 8 runs charged to John Danks in 4+ innings. 8 hits, a couple strikeouts, 3 walks, and a home run. Tony Pena will get credit for a third of an inning, and now Randy Williams is on. Infield in with men at second and third. Carl Crawford, the hitter. And the pitch is too low.
Walks on Randy Williams. Wow. 18 walks. Batting average against 351. It's command issues right there.
The Rays saw him twice in the series in Chicago. 1-1 to count. And the first time he walked 3 men, gave up a hit, didn't get anybody out, and then pitched 3 innings. The Rays got him for 3 runs in that. And a tap to first, throw to the plate, and out the call as Kapler came in standing. So that's a fielder's choice. Kotsay to Przinsky. Rodriguez goes to third.
That's the contact play, and there's nothing wrong with that, even though you're out by plenty. AJ again taking the ball in front of home plate. Look at that, way out in front. I mean, you can almost slide around him. Normally you do want to have contact right here to knock the ball out of the catcher's glove, but by staying so far out in front of the plate, I mean, you're giving the backside. You could do a slide and get your hand in there, like Brignac did.
Evan Longoria. Crawford back in at first.
Now here's where Carl has to stay right there, because you want Evan swinging the bat the whole time until it gets to 2 strikes, if it does get to 2 strikes.
At first, Carl back in.
I mean, the obvious is if Carl steals second base, they're going to put Longoria on. This is where you just shut the running game down right now until the count gets deep. Let Evan try to hit one out.
And that's a fastball for a strike.
They're going to pitch around him anyway. A strike right there, but he's going to have to be making good pitches on Evan. We're going to try to paint him.
Fouls it back. Fastball, 0-2. Yeah, he might have gotten a little more of the plate than he wanted.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Evan fouled it back.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the 8 earned runs tonight off Danks. That's a career high. Not only a season's high, but a career high off Danks.
Well, Danks is a fantastic pitcher. He just never had the feel of his pitches today. Even from the first pitch on, walked Jason Bartlett. And really, we didn't see the good changeup today. Saw some good cutters. But that devastating changeup, we really didn't see a whole lot of that today.
Evan up the right side. That's got some hang time, and Quentin makes the catch to retire the side. Well, the Rays add a couple. They got the first one of the inning on a home run by Upton, and they lead 8-2. players and of Rays pitchers strike out 10 hitters in a home game. Log on to CaneStrikeout.com. Get a coupon for a free Papa John's pizza. Get the Canes today. 1-0 the count. Paul Konerko leading off. Konerko 1 out of 2 with a run scored. It's 1-1. Kotsay next, and then Carlos Quentin. Two and one. Just to give you a little perspective on what the Rays have done tonight against the left-hander John Danks. 8 runs in 4+ innings. Ball 3 is down. In his last 5 starts, covering 33 1/3 innings, Danks had given up 6 earned runs total. The Rays got him for 8 in 4 innings tonight. 3-2 as Konerko lines it foul out of play.
Yeah, that's amazing because John Danks also could come in with a 2.37 earned run average, 3rd in the American League, and he came in with 11 less hits than innings pitched, 49 hits only against him in 60 2/3 innings. So the guys responded tonight.
He leaves with a 3.34 earned run average, almost 1 full run more. Konerko draws the walk, and we'll check in with Todd.
Big Rays broadcast auction tomorrow, Dwayne, benefiting the Rays Baseball Foundation. 5 big ticket items, including the 2010 All-Star Game trip. Here's what you get. 2 tickets to the All-Star Game hosted by the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. 2 tickets to the Home Run Derby as well. Airfare and hotel, double occupancy accommodations for 3 nights, and an American League All-Star batting practice jersey. One of the 5 big ticket items tomorrow for the Rays broadcast auction, guys.
On at stake and all for a great cause. Kotsay drives it the other way, fouling it out of play for a strike. Broadcast auction benefiting the Pinellas and Hillsborough Education Foundations. Kotsay jammed and pops it to the shortstop Brignac.
Yeah, those All-Star tickets, that's a nice venue in Anaheim. That's a real weather's going to be great. July the 13th All-Star Game.
Yeah, that'll be a fun trip.
Pretty sure you're going to see Evan Longoria there and Carl Crawford.
Evan off to a great start. Same thing for Carl.
You're going to see some Rays pitchers there as well.
There's a strike to Quentin.
Quentin's 2 for 2 with that long home run he hit. The White Sox 2 runs.
Bounces this one foul outside of 3rd, and he's down 0-2 in the count right now.
Well, Wade's at about the 94, 95 pitch mark now. I'd like to see him get through the 6th and maybe even get out there into the 7th inning.
Two upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kansas City's hitting in the top of the 7th. It's a 1-0 Boston lead. Buchholz against Greinke. Now that's a good pitching matchup as you see pitch count on Wade Davis there. Foul ball outside of 3rd, so it's 1-0 Boston right now.
I was wondering who was shutting down that Kansas City offense.
Yeah, and the Rays, beat Greinke 1-0 here at the Trop on the 2nd of May. Well, that's a 1-0 Boston lead over Greinke in Kansas City right now.
And that man right there shut out and beat Zach Greinke. I mean, he put zeros up there. First, the bullpen helped.
It's a foul ball out. Yeah, Davis, Choate, Wheeler, and Soriano combined on a 3-hit shutout.
And you're right. You said
this 7.
Yeah, you said this last night. They came in at that time #1 in hitting, and batting average.
They sure did. Kansas City. Foul ball out of play. We mentioned too Cincinnati and what they're doing in the run producing department earlier. They have 11 runs tonight. They lead Houston at Cincinnati 11-1 in the 7th.
They got 2 key guys from the American League. Orlando Cabrera playing short for them, and Scott Rowland is hitting the ball out of the ballpark again.
Pitch is a little wide. 2-2. Johnny Gomes had a big night.
And Johnny Gomes is re-signed.
Yeah, the former Ray.
That's a pretty good pitch by Wade Davis. See, Fox Tracks isn't tracked it outside, but it looked like it was going to bite that outside corner. But Mike Raleigh says no, and so does Fox Tracks. Mike Raleigh's pretty solid. I always liked Mike.
He has. And a fly ball lifted back to center. BJ is there for it and puts it away. 2 gone. Runner at first with 2 gone here in the 6th. Tomorrow, NASCAR on Fox moves to Charlotte. Coverage of the Coca-Cola 600 from Charlotte Motor Speedway begins tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's in high definition on Fox. Mark Tian. Tian 1 for 2. There's a strike. Yeah, Riley's been around since 1977.
Amazing. Yeah.
I actually remember him in the old American Association.
Do you really? You go that far back?
In the early 70s. Yeah. Foul out of play.
I remember one argument. My first year in the American League managing the Rangers was '93, and there was a play at second base, and he missed it. He let me argue so long that, if I stayed any longer, I would have got kicked out. But I recognized that, it's a pretty good umpire right here. He knew he missed it, and he let me do whatever I had to say. I said, and I finally got tired and I left. I went back. I couldn't say any more.
Well, this one is high, 1 and 2. There you are. Patience is a virtue. He just let you go, and
he let me go.
Finally, you did go.
There's just certain instances you remember with certain umpires, and I always liked Mike, respected him because of that. I mean, that's where I got to know him.
Strike 3 call. 10 called out on strikes and a curveball. We'll go into the bottom of the 6th. The Rays lead 8-2. Pena with the big blow tonight. Fox Sports Florida, Sun Sports, and Fox College Sports teaming up to bring you all the live action from the 2010 ACC baseball tournament. Don't miss a single swing. Log on to foxsportsflorida.com for the latest TV schedule. Carlos will lead it off here in the 6th. He cleared the bases with a double, driving in 3 in the 4th. Faces the left-hander now, Randy Williams. A swing and a miss. You know, the amazing thing, and Kevin, you reacted to that when we mentioned that he now has 31 runs batted in. Despite all of the tribulations that he's gone through at the plate, he still has over 30 RBIs.
It's amazing. We're at the end of May, and if you average 15, 16 RBIs a month, guess what?
You're at 100.
It's a 6-month season. That's right.
Yep.
But he's got to stay with that same swing that he had when he hit that double to left center. See, they're going to stay out there. You want to start bunching some hits now if you're Carlos Pena. Just bunch your at-bats now. Keep thinking left field, left center. I'm sure he is, but easier said than done.
The ball, 2 strikes. Eight runs, 9 hits for the Rays, 2 runs, 5 hits for the White Sox. It's away, 2-2. Jaso next, and then Upton due. Williams the third, Chicago pitcher of this game. And Pena misses. He's out on strikes. 1 away. John Jaso coming up. Jaso got a big base hit to drive in a run in the 3rd to tie this game.
He did. Yeah, Rays were down 2-1. It was a 2-out base hit also. Sharp single to the center.
Williams throws a strike. Rays after their 34th win of the year tonight. Trying to add to their lead in the West, or in the East. The Yankees were beaten today by Cleveland. Right now, the Yankees lead the Rays lead the Yankees in the AL East by 4 games. A little close. 2-1. The Rays 33-16. That's the Major League's best record.
Yeah, the Yankees, Jabba Chamberlain's had some issues. He gave up 4 earned runs today. His ERA, I think, is 5.5 or so.
2-2 the count now after Jaso fouls that pitch out of play.
Of course, they're not going to change that situation because Phil Hughes is doing a pretty good job as a starter for them.
Tapper foul. And still 2-2 to Jaso. Longoria with 2 more hits tonight. 2 doubles. And a run batted in.
He's had 4 good at bats. Even the last at bat was a nice at bat. He lined out to right field. A little hang time to Carlos Quentin, but 4 good at bats. 2 doubles and a line out to third. Longoria as well.
Count goes full to Jaso.
41 RBIs for Evan, too.
Jaso battling the left-hander, fouls it.
hanging in there. He's seen some pitches in this at bat, 7. The other ones, of course, were against John Danks.
And a foul ball that dislodges Brzezinski's mask. Forces another pitch.
Fastball right there off the tip of the glove, and those are fun.
Jaso fouls it again as Williams steps across his body. That can be tough for a left-hander to pick up.
Watch John, how late he's letting the ball get to him. That's what I was talking about with Pena. That's a nice job right there to stay alive. So he's letting the ball get deep on him. 9 pitches in this at bat. That's what talking about with Carlos. He has to do.
Swing and a miss. A fastball up got him. So Jaso is the second out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Don't forget to join Ray's expert, Dave Schreiber, Monday at noon for a live chat on FoxSportsFlorida.com. You can voice your opinion, chat with other fans, and let Dave know what's on your mind. Join Dave Schreiber Monday at noon on FoxSportsFlorida.com. He's prepping for that, even as we took a little peek in on what he's up to right now. 1 strike to count to B.J. Upton. B.J. with a walk, a strikeout, and a home run, and a great catch in center field. 1-1. You know, there should be a way to chronicle great plays, great defensive plays in the box score, because so often they're overlooked. You look at all the offensive numbers.
Yeah. Well,
they list the errors. Why wouldn't they list great plays?
I mean, it's a save for sure.
Yeah. 2-1 the count.
And a confidence builder. When that happened, you saw Wade Davis just, 2 fists up.
Yep.
I mean, that really pumps you up as a pitcher when you get your defense playing like that behind you.
3-1. Here's the offense. The home run in the left center field.
See where AJ is? AJ's way inside. That was a changeup, and he jumped all over it. 3-2.
And he walks this time. 2-out pass. BJ heads to first.
Shortstop, Reed Brignac.
There's Reed Brignac, and he's had a couple of very good at-bats again. 2 for 3, a triple, and a base hit, and 2 runs scored. He sliced the triple into center in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a big hit, too. Scored the go-ahead run in this game.
There's a strike, foul ball. Four innings for Danks, 4 innings plus, a third of an inning for Pena. Williams got credit for 2/3 of the 5th. Upstairs, it's 1-1. Balls and a strike. Yeah, this one back.
Also good to see some lefty pitching for Reed, because with Bartlett hurting now, I mean, you could have Ben Zobrist come into the infield with Sean Rodriguez against lefties, but you best defense, really. I mean, Reed Greenhow playing short, and he's having some good at-bats against left-handers. Got Jake Peavy tomorrow, though, of course, a right-hander. So.
And he pulls this one foul. It's out of play.
But this is encouraging.
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow it'll be James Shields for the Rays and Jake Peavy for the White Sox. We'll be with you at 1 o'clock on Sun Sports with our pregame coverage. And a full count. Another good at bat here for Briniak.
Hey, look how Mike Riley. That's a nice job by Mike. I mean, he maybe show the replay of that pitch because he really got down there and read that curveball. That's what I was talking about him. Take a look. Watch Mike Riley, home plate umpire. See how low he gets? Watch him go right down with it to make sure. Look where his eyesight is. That's good umpiring.
And there's ball 4. Another pitch low. Runners now at first and second. 2 men on, 2 men out. How about this? Wow. Roy Halladay, another perfect game for baseball, the 20th perfect game in baseball history. Roy Halladay doing the perfect game. This is the first season, by the way, with 2 perfect games now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, both have been on either Fox Sports Florida or Sun Sports as he throws it against the Florida Marlins. 11 strikeouts. Now Navi's hit by the pitch. Got him in the foot. And the bases are going to be loaded.
Well, you know, Roy Halladay must have got upset about because Ubaldo Jimenez is pitching great over there in the National League. And look at this ball just ran in. That was not intentional, obviously. Just kept following him. A sweeping breaking ball right there.
You know, how about this? Two perfect games this year, and if you throw Burley's in the calendar year, that's 3 within a calendar year.
All seen here. All seen right here.
Period.
That is amazing.
Pitching change coming back in a moment. Here in the bottom of the 6th. What is going on?
You know, there's a lot of energy in the ballpark tonight.
That's right. The Mosaic Company and the Rays working together to fight to end hunger through home runs for food. Each Rays home run this season. The Mosaic Company donates $500 to the local food banks through Feeding America Tampa Bay. $22,500 contributed to this point. J.J. puts in the game as Ben Zobrist fouls the first pitch. Zobrist hitting for Kapler.
Oh, this tells you what Joe Madden thinks about more runs. By having Ben pinch hit right here, 6-run league, you see Putz's numbers right there. And you mentioned that last inning, Dwayne. Hey, you can never have too much in the American League.
On the count. You know, some teams would take umbrage with a club trying to add to a run total, but you know, really, that's a sign of respect. I mean, you respect the opposing offense enough that you better score as many runs as you can. And
absolutely,
that's a show of respect, I think. And chase the pitch up, a fastball up there.
Well, when they stop trying to get you out, that's when you stop trying to score runs. 9 outs of offense for Ozzie Guillen left, so you know, like I said, they've got some power. They've got some power in that lineup. They can get back in a hurry.
Way high there, and up went Brzezinski to corral that pitch. 2-2. Puts the fourth pitcher. Bases loaded behind him with 2 outs, a couple of walks, and a hit batter to load him. And ball 3. Full count.
You can see Ben able to lay off and track the off-speed stuff here.
Against Cooks. Time called. And 1 out of 2 against Cooks with a home run. He also has drawn a walk against him. 3-2. And he fouls it back, a fastball. Rays scored a run in the first, a run in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 2 more in the 5th inning. They have a 2-out threat in the 6th.
Ben's having a good at bat right here. Seen a lot of pitches, seen the off-speed stuff.
3-2. And strike 3 call. A fastball got him looking. So he's out on strikes. Rays leave him loaded. We are through 6. 8-2 Tampa. crowd tonight at Tropicana Field. Then Zobrist stays on to play right field after entering the game to hit for Kapler. We go to the 7th, and it's 8-2. Randy Choate is up in the bullpen. Wade Davis has made 105 pitches through 6 innings. Quincy Ramirez leads off. The pitch is a strike.
Well, you got 8-9 here, 2 right-handed hitters in Ramirez and Beckham, and I think Joe Madden would like to see Wade be able to get both of them.
1-1. Breaking pitch missed.
Yeah, then you got Randy Choate for Pierre Straczynski. I'm sure he doesn't want that pitch count too high. He's had to work pretty hard.
And a shot back into left field. Crawford back to the track, and that ball is just gone. Home run for Alexei Ramirez. Leadoff homer, his 4th home run of the year. That will make it 8-3. Well, that's why you try to score more runs.
Well, that's my point. That's why Joe Madden was trying to score more runs, because these guys can get back to run in a hurry. Fastball in. It was in, and you saw what Ramirez did with middle in. Went right into his power.
Now it's Gordon Beckham. The pitch is fouled back into the screen. 1 strike, so it's an 8-3 ball game right now.
This will be his last hitter, I'm sure.
Ground ball to second. Rodriguez has it, and the throw to first is in time. So Beckham is out of there, and Joe Madden comes out of the dugout with the left-handed bat of Pierre coming up, and Straczynski to follow him. That's going to be it for Wade Davis. Back with a new pitcher in a moment. Pitches. The Parts having allowed 3 runs in favor of the lefty Randy Choate. Juan Pierre. He takes a pitch low. Pierre 0 for 3.
25th appearance for Randy. He's the only lefty down there in the Rays pen.
And that pitch is a strike. You saw the numbers on him, but You know, he's really pitched so much better, and that's the life of a relief pitcher. You get a couple of outings where you give up 2 or 3 runs and that ERA's inflated, but Choate's really done a great job for the Rays.
He really has.
And a chopper, going to have to hurry the throw. Oh, yeah, how about that? Field turn and throw to get Pierre, and you can see that clock running.
That was the old Maury Wills chop it off the plate or in front of the plate. No panic from Randy, though. Look at him. He's fair catch. I don't know if he got it in his glove or he just got it with both his glove and his hand. That was smart by Randy. Let's see here. A pretty great transfer right there to the bare hand. Like a play shortstop in a pinch.
I was going to say, he could be a middle infielder, left-handed, but boy, he could get rid of that ball.
That was a nice job right there. That's a big out, too. They're all big outs.
A.J. Przinsky takes the ball.
You know, when you've had trouble hitting this homestand and coming off a rough series with Boston, the sweep, and yesterday's game, they're all big outs. The final 9 are big.
Przinsky hits it on a shot down to short, grabbed by Brignac, and the throw in time. And that takes care of the White Sox. Rays lead 8-3. Ball game. First pitch here in the bottom of the 7th to Sean Rodriguez is a strike. One. Carl Crawford next, and then Evan Longoria. One.
Good slider right there from Putz. Yeah, Sean has been involved in some small ball. Been big tonight.
Yep. Bunted his way on, scored a run in the 4th, and then put the ball into play on a bunt on that suicide or that safety squeeze in the 5th inning that got the Rays another run. So he was part of the 4-run 4th and part of the 2-run 5th.
Still like to get that run back too. Keep batting.
2 strikes. Well, Boston leads 1-0 going into the 9th inning. And Papelbon has come on. So Greinke, whom the Rays beat 1-0, down 1-0 with Kansas City batting in the 9th. 2-2 now.
He got matched up against the same Buckholz that we saw this week. Throwing the ball really well.
Now still 2-2 to Sean Rodriguez. 3-2 now. Fouls it again, extending the at bat.
Keep fighting. Putt's going with his best pitch, the fastball, and those two. See if he elects to go try to slider. Sean's on the fastball. We'll see.
He went 3-2 to Zobrist and then got him looking at a fastball to the knees. And he strikes out Rodriguez. Let's check in with Todd.
Well, Dwayne, it is Memorial Day weekend, and a special cap the Rays are going to be wearing for Memorial Day and the 4th of July. It is this with the stars and stripes on the TV, a white cap and the blue lid. They're going to be wearing this up at Rogers Center in Toronto on Memorial Day Monday. With that in mind, it brings us to our Autoway poll question. Tonight's poll question brought to you by Autoway. If you need a car, truck, or van, who are you going to call? Call 1-800-SHOP-AUTOWAY. The question is this: what's your favorite part of Memorial Day weekend? TB1 for catching a ball game, TB2 for going to the beach, TB3 for having a barbecue. We know what Mike Griffin's voting for. TB4 for family outing. Standard message and data rates do apply. Text 789-789 to make your choice. Guys, pretty good looking cap here. Back to you.
I think that's a great looking cap.
I like it too.
Yeah.
You get one of those?
Yeah. You gotta grab one of those.
I didn't work here. That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it matches a shirt, Todd.
Yeah, really a good look. 1-1 the count to Crawford. Earl, a big cut. 1-2.
Say, hey, I'll get that run back. Why not?
Yeah. 1 out in the top of the 9th at Boston. 1-0. Boston leading Kansas City. Earl takes it low. 2-2.
There's that split. Puts it, by the way, did throw a 3-2. It was a split that he threw to Sean Rodriguez for the strikeout. He has a slider and a split. They go with his 94 fastball. Got some arms in this White Sox bullpen.
And he gets Crawford. And I think he threw him the split there. He gets you to 2 strikes with that pitch. He's dangerous.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. Bottom fell out of that one. Take a look. There's the grip right there. You can see the split grip. Thrown just like the fastball, and the bottom falls out. About 7-8 miles an hour less.
3 strikeouts for Putz. Longoria fouls one away. It's down the right side, down to play. Dan Wheeler is up in the Rays bullpen down that way in right field.
Those numbers, excellent.
Wade Davis 6 1/3. Choate came on to get 2 outs in the 7th. And Longoria base hit into center field. Evan with a 3-hit night.
What I like what Evan's doing, he's just using the field. He's going to right, he's going up the middle. If you pitch him in, he turns on it. He's waiting back well. It's a fastball up and away. Good overhead shot right here. Middle away. Hey, hit it where they pitch him. Nice job.
Well, Carlos Pena, he's 2 for 6 lifetime against J.J. Putz. Putz, swing and a miss. Danks for 4+, Pena for a third, Williams for 2/3. Now it's J.J. Putz.
Evan Longoria up to 328 now. 10 home runs, 41 RBIs.
One and one.
There were a lot of big hits so far today, but I think Carlos had the big one, the breaker that opened this game up. That was huge.
Yeah, big to break this game open, and
for him too.
The Rays hoping that it's big for Carlos. One and two.
So you're right. I mean, he's getting out of his zone. It's not that his bat speed's bad. It's just that he's chasing pitches. He's expanding his own zone too much. They go up the ladder on him right here, and it's clearly way off out of the strike zone. Up.
And the third against Danks, all of those pitches were balls away. That one a ball up out of the strike zone. And he's out on strikes to retire the side. Rays with a hit and the man left. We go to the 8th. Rays lead 8-3. He'll face Rios to start it. Rios, Konerko, and Kotsay due up. Same three he faced here on Thursday night. Rios came into the game hitting .309, and the first pitch is a strike around the knees. Hit the ball to the warning track in center. In fact, he hit the ball a long way to center field his first time up, and Upton made that fine running catch back on the track. An outstanding play by Upton. One and one. Boston beats Kansas City 1-0. Buchholz worked 7. Greinke 6, the only run scored in the second on a ground out by Mike Lowell. And a pop up, foul ball right side. Will it stay playable? No, just back of the dugout. And it's 1-2. Matchup here tomorrow afternoon. Jake Peavy for Chicago and James Shields for the Rays. We'll be with you on Sun Sports in high definition. Our coverage begins at 1 o'clock. It's the wrap-up game of the series and the homestand. Shields looking for his 6th win tomorrow.
Is he throwing well too right now? Good man to have finish the homestand.
Pitch is up to Rios. 2-2.
First things first. 6 outs to go. But they can win this game. You got the right man on the mound tomorrow in that day game. James Shields.
2-2. Did he go? He did not. He laid off that breaking ball. So the count is full.
Eric Cooper right there. That was that slurvy curveball that Dan's been throwing and having some effect. And he's strong to hold up on that one.
Yep.
He did hold up.
Well, the effectiveness of that pitch has been a late break on that curve.
Those numbers, 155 against.
And he walks Rios. He didn't want to do that. Rios took the pitch down. Now the hitter is Paul Konerko. Right now, the Rays have a 4-game lead on New York, 5 on the Blue Jays, and 6 on Boston.
Look at those records, though. That tells you how tough the East is, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wow. All 4 of those top teams scoring 5 runs a game or more.
Yeah, you can't sleep on Toronto either. Leading the world in home runs. You got to do some pitching against them. That lineup.
Konerko is singled and walked. Officially 1 for 2 tonight. He grounds it foul outside of third. Strike 1. The Rays get Joaquin Benoit up in the bullpen.
Well, you know Joe Madden's going to pull out all the stops here.
Yep.
And to win this game, you got 8 runs today against John Danks. In a John Danks game, you got to hold it off here.
With a strike on the outside edge. A little slider that picked up the corner. 0-2. About that, the Blue Jays hit 4 more home runs.
Amazing
in their game.
I'm telling you.
Overbay hit 2.
You know, we mentioned Aaron Hill's name yesterday, how he's scuffling, and he hits a home run last night. I don't know if he did today, but
Curveball is low.
Their 2 key guys that were so great last year aren't hitting that well yet. And they're still leading in home runs.
Yeah, and Aaron Hill, that's surprising.
Yeah, me too.
He is a good hitter. 1-2 the count on Konerko.
6-4-3 here.
It's a fly ball into right center field. That ball's going to be in there. Will one hop the fence. Rios around third. He's going to score on the double. And that makes it now an 8-4 ball game. Konerko doubles home a run. His 33rd run batted into the year.
Well, the ball's up a little bit. Dan's been keeping the ball down pretty much all season's falling away, and it's up, and Konerko does what good hitters do. They just go with it. And he splits the gap in right center for the RBI double. Number 7.
Mark Kotsay.
Telling you that the toughest thing to get in the big leagues, the final 9 outs.
Yep.
I've always felt that way as a manager, because you're mixing and matching for the most part in today's game.
Outside takes it for a strike.
That's what Joe Madden's thinking right here. That's why he kept pushing the envelope with the pinch hitting and the bunting, and you got to get as many runs as you can. Nobody should take offense to that.
That's exactly right. Into the dirt this time, and it's 1-1. Well, that leadoff walk, and you never want to do that. You never want to walk the leadoff guy.
Yeah, especially up 5. I mean, if you 3-2 count, he hits it, but make him hit his way on. He might hit it at somebody.
Pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike. Conce's fouled out, flied out, popped out. And a liner into right. Zobrist is there to make the catch. The tag, Konerko's going to go to third, and he'll make it without a throw. Conce lined that one to right, and Zobrist got back in time to make the catch.
And that was a bullet. Thought for an instant that might get over Ben's head. He made a nice play on that, and that smart base running by Konerko reading that. With 1 out, getting over to third base. Nice catch. Konerko does a nice job of base running right there, because the Rays are going to take an out here, and they'll give up a run. And should there not be a strikeout or a pop-up, it could be a 3-run game.
Carlos Quentin, he homered in the second inning, 2 for 3 tonight. Into the dirt, a wild pitch, and the run will score. Now it's an 8-5 ball game. So a wild pitch. And the White Sox starting to think they're right back in this thing.
They are. It's a slider in the dirt at 3 feet in front of home plate, and Deoner Navarro had no chance. Skips over his head. Hit a divot in the dirt too, it looked like.
Pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes. So 2 runs home here for Chicago in the 8th. And Wheeler misses low, and this is unlike him. He's made 17 pitches, and 10 have been out of the strike zone.
Yeah, it's not like Dan at all this year. He just can't get the release point tonight. Bell's going to have to go to Benoit in this inning.
And that's a strike. 3-1. Benoit down there in the bullpen.
Yeah, you got Tien on deck, left-handed hitter, and Benoit has that changeup, that equalizer.
And a line shot to third, caught by Longoria. And Carlos Quentin hit that ball on the button. That's the second out. Madden's out of the dugout with an eye toward the bullpen.
Well, you know what? I give Dan credit, though. He came back. I just talked a moment ago. If you throw strikes, you might hit it at somebody. And Quentin did. He hit a bullet at the Gold Glover at third base. Evan Longoria, nice play.
So it'll be Joaquin Benoit, the new pitcher, back in a moment. And he has been lights out.
That middle 0 right there, the ERA, you'd like it to stay right there after this game. 0-0-0.
Out of the way to Tian. The ball and no strikes. Benoit worked the 8th inning in the game last night. And a popper, foul ball that will be close. Longoria has a play, and he got him to retire the side. 2 runs, nobody left. Bottom of the 8th coming. 8-5, Tampa Bay. At one point, they had an 8-2 lead. Tomorrow, it'll be James Shields on the mound with a mark of 5-2 against Jake Beebe 3-4. We'll be with you at 1 o'clock in high definition on Sun Sports for the wrap-up game of this series. John Jaso will lead off against Scott Linebrink.
We saw Scott already in his series. He's been in 15 games overall with a 4.42. 19 strikeouts and 18 in the 3rd innings.
Jaso lines a base hit into right field. First pitch fastball. Jaso ready for it. And the Rays pick up their 11th hit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you'd like to see him get a run or 2 back here and finish strong offensively.
Miller Lite tastes great in this moment. BJ's had a good night. He made this great defensive play back in the 1st inning on the ball hit by Alex Rios. And then he belted a home run, his 6th of the year, to lead off the 5th inning. Misses a fastball, strike 1. So back in. It's foul right off Brzezinski's mask.
Got a pitch to hit too. BJ knows it. I'd like to have that one back.
With 11 hits tonight, 8 runs. And BJ JJ is out on strikes.
Yeah, you get that one good pitch to hit. You got to center it. He missed the only good pitch he had in this sequence. Other ones are up. Fastball up right there, and the first pitch was up.
Here's Reed Brignac. He's been on 3 straight times with a triple, single, and a walk after a fly ball to left his first time up. Rays have Soriano up in the bullpen. Strike one. Rays got 8 off the starter Danks.
Yeah, I think Reed took a shot at one here. He got a fastball in. He tried to lift it and separate right there. I don't really have a problem with that, though. When you got a cookie like that, you got a fly ball home run pitch, go for it. First pitch.
It's too close, and it's 1-1. Line break, the 5th pitcher of the night utilized by Chicago. 2-1. How about we told you earlier about the Kendry Morales walk-off, a grand slam, and he was actually taken to the hospital after the game with an injured ankle in the post-game celebration at the plate.
How about that? I mean, it has gotten out of hand today, hasn't it? Celebrations. You know, guys, when they're rounding third, they have to get rid of their helmet now, and they're preparing. Some guys like to try to get around the crowd. They get their head pounded in.
Yeah, they need to put on some kind of body armor.
Yeah, they take the helmet off, though. I didn't quite understand that. They take the helmet off usually.
Brignac fouls it back. The count is still 2-2. Well, the Angels get a win and have to take Morales to the hospital.
You know, speaking of injuries and celebration, Jake Peavy got hurt from Padres years ago in a celebration. I think when they clinched to go to the playoffs, that really hurt the Padres at the time.
There is an alert move up right there by J-Cell. That ball in the dirt. Change up from line break, and J-Cell takes advantage of this wild pitch.
He does this very well. We've seen him do this a few times this year. Good secondary lead, and when that ball's in the dirt, he takes off. And nice big run out there. Get one of those runs back.
Swing and a miss. Brignac is out on strikes. So Linebrink picks up his 2nd strikeout. J.J. Putz struck out 4 in the inning and a third he worked. All of the putouts on strikeouts. He gave up a single to Longoria. And they're saying we're getting further reports that Morales suffered a break.
He broke his leg on the celebration. That's incredible. That is unbelievable.
Fouls it into the seats. A fracture of the lower left leg is what they're saying.
That's incredible.
Wow. I mean, that's a major loss for the Angels.
I think when Jake Peavy got hurt, obviously it wasn't a home run, but they had their celebration when they clinched a few years ago. I think it was his ribs that he cracked a rib or something. Jogging my memory bank here, but I've seen it before, but I haven't seen a hitter at home plate break a leg. That's unbelievable. The count to the honor.
lifts a popper into short left. Pierre's coming in now. Had him played shallow and makes the catch. The Rays leave a man. We go to the ninth. 8-5 Tampa Bay. .com. On to the ninth inning tonight at Tropicana Field. The Rays have an 8-5 lead. They did most of their damage down the middle part of this game. And now Rafael Soriano is the new pitcher.
Well, Rafi has done the job in 20 games, 13 for 13 with saves and opportunities. 1.5 earned run average in 19 1/3 innings.
Alex Ramirez. Ramirez homered in the 7th.
My memory's okay then, right?
Yeah. That's
on the
pretty
PB
good.
thing.
A little checking. PB broke a rib celebrating the NL West title. Swing and a miss. Strike one by Ramirez. And they discovered that it was actually a break.
Yep.
When he pitched poorly in Game 1 of the National League Division Series.
He's a real tough, gutsy guy, gamer, and he pitched through it. That's when he broke it in celebration, 2005.
One strike the count to Ramirez. And a popper right side. Rodriguez starts out from second. One away. Rays Live, the post game, comes your way immediately following our contest. Stay with us for that. Gordon Beckham is 0 for 3. Strike. The Rays started the day with a 3.5 game lead on New York. They're trying to increase that to 4.5. It's currently 4. With a foul back. 0-2. Ground ball third. Comes up on Longoria. Recovers and throws. Beckham hustling down the line is out. Third to first. Longoria to Pena.
Yeah, nice play to stay with it. Evan kept the glove down, kept his body in front of it. The slider right here. Short hops Evan, but he recovers quickly and throws a strike over there. With plenty on it over to Carlos Pena. Nice play.
Two outs. Juan Pierre. Pierre 0 for 4 tonight. Pitch up and away. A crowd of 33,558 here tonight for the third game of this 4-game series. Looking for the final out of this game, and then the Darrell Hall and John Oates presentation. 1-1 the count. Rays trying to win the second, pick up their second win in this series and the homestand. One pitch. Ground ball short. Stop for Brignac. Throw to first. Rays win. A 1-2-3 ninth. The Rays are winners 8-5, and they have a 4.5 game lead on the New York